So the mobile app you'll be able to download it for your iPhone and Android. It's called TimeLog Mobile. I'll just use our test here and enter it. It will look exactly the same as when you log in. So when I log in, I'll need to write my account name. This is your account name. This is your company name. So this is not your username. So my account test here, I click next and I set up my username, test here, and password. So when you're logged in, we'll try again. Okay, should work. And there we go. So when I logged in, I will be redirected to the front page. These are my current registrations that are logged today. In the top, I'll be able to see the calendar function. I'll be able to slide back and forth to go to next days and previous days. I'll see in the top as well the billable hours and also the cost of them, which are my already registered hours here. And to the right, I'll see the total amount of hours that I've already registered. So if I want to start a new time registration, I click the plus tag in the down right corner. In the top, you'll be able to see that I can track on both work and absence. There's a search bar. If I click the 3 dots in the search bar, I'll see my search options. So these are what I want to search for. I can search in all my tasks. These are my own tasks where I have been allocated, or I can choose to search in all tasks. These are mostly general projects where everyone can register time. When I click the search bar, I'll be able to search in both customers, projects, and tasks. So if I click a customer, I'll only see the projects within that customer where I can select from here. And if I click in a project, I'll see all the tasks available in that project. So let's try and say I want to track time on this support meeting. When I click on it, I'll see the settings. So I know the meeting took 2 hours, so I'll write 2. I have to select if it's billable or not. And if you've set up your function in the system for factor, you can also choose it here. Be aware that some of the settings we have and functions in the app is depending on your version and setup. So it can vary. I can also choose a comment in here. It was a meeting. I save it. And I can save it in the top right corner if I just want to track 2 hours. But I can also click on the plus tag next to the 2 hours if I want to track time from the 2 hours and ongoing. So this I just want to save. And I'll see the support meeting in the top that I tracked 2 hours on. If I want to start a time tracking, I can simply click the play button. It will turn pink and it will be an ongoing tracking from 2 hours and ongoing. The same goes for absence. So if I want to select, I'll choose absence in here. I want to select I was at a doctor's appointment for 1 hour. I can write a comment, save it, and save my absence here. So you'll see the absence comes up under the the ongoing time tracking, sorry. So this is absent as well. So I also want to show you how you can add a new expense. So I need to click on the menu bar in the top left corner. You'll be able to select expenses. I can see all my already registered expenses. If I want to add a new one, I click the plus tag and I'll be able to search in my already used project or click the search bar to go into projects or customers where I can select which project I want to add this expense. Let's say I want to add it to this project. This was a bridge. And here I'll be seeing the setup of the expense. So I want to add a receipt, and this is a calendar function. So I click on it. I have receipt right here. I click on it. And this is my image here. If I'm happy with it, I can just save it, or I can add a new one by clicking the plus tag. I'm happy with this, so I say okay. I need to select which day of the expense it was. This was today. The amount was 300. And I need to know if I have to include VAT and which payment method this was on. So this was paid with my own personal credit card. So I'll just select that. You'll have other options as well. This is the setup in your web. In the end, is it billable or not? And a comment. This was a bridge. So in the top, I'll be able to save it directly, and the expense will go to often your manager or your bookkeeper to either approve or reimburse. So we also have the option to add mileage. So I'll go to the menu again, select mileage, and I want to add a new one. So I click the plus, and I'll be able to search again in either my customers. I want to select my customer and select a project. So in here, I'll be able to write either an address of my own, well, I just write in the text fields, or I can select addresses. You can see it in the middle. So the options in here are actually that the first one, that's your home address. This is pulled from your employee card. So on my employee card, it says I live on street number 1 in city 1234. The second option, that's the internal company address. So this is often your company's address on the customer card. And the third option, that's the project's customer address. So this is the customer on that project that you're adding this mileage for. That's the address from here. So I want to select that I went from home to TimeLog, and I'll be prompted into the setup of the mileage. I need to select the date as well. That was today. I select that this was 20 kilometers. And then I have the option to select if this was a round trip, if I'd gone back and forth. So if I slide this bar, that will mean that it was 20 kilometers both from and to, so back and forth. So this will double the distance within the web from 20 to 40. So if I slide this, it will double. I select again if it's billable or not. And I need to select a car. When I click on the car, I don't have any cars available right now. So I want to add a new car. I enter my name. This is me. My license plate, I don't know. And if I want to select that this is my default car, that this is a car that I'm always using, so I wanted to select it as a default, I can slide this bar as well. Here I can see my car. This is my car now. It's a part of the show in here, so it's on the list. And I can see my mileage rate. That is the setup within the system administration that your system administrator can set it up. And I can also select a comment in here. To office. And then I can save it in the top right corner. So now I've actually showed you how to track your work time, your absence by searching and start the tracking. I've also showed you how you can add a new expense with a photo and how to register mileage along with adding a new car. So before I'll end, I'll show you quickly the settings. That's within the menu as well. Here I can select the design if I want to show customer numbers, project numbers, task numbers when I search and when I look at them. I can also select if I want to use the stopwatch time tracking. This is a setup within the web as well. This is where I get the play button to actually start and pause my tracking in the app as well. The notifications in the end, I can activate a reminder to say, oh, remember to track your time, select the day and time of the day where you want this notification, and it will be prompted as a notification on your mobile. So just as an extra, I can tell you that we'll soon have new updates to this app. So we will have mileage with Google Maps coming up. That will be the option where in the mileage you will select address from Google Maps and it will calculate the distance right away. This will be a preview feature mid-September and it will go in beta in November. We will send you a link in this chat so you'll be able to read more about both preview feature and what alpha and beta means. We will also next year have the option to submit timesheet for approval in the app. So you can send in your timesheet for your manager or for your approver. That will be in start next year. So that's the upcoming updates to the app. So what the really cool thing I can show you as well is actually if you have time tracking going on, you'll see it in the top. If I want to stop it and pause it, I just click the pause button and it will save 2.15 hours. And if I want to say, oh, I wasn't really at the doctor, I can just delete it in the bottom as well.